Hello, my name is Annika Smith, and I have been doing God's creation from A to Z with my third child. We're about 3/4 of the way done, and I'm making this video to share a couple of things that have worked for my family, just as tips for anyone who is getting started and feeling a little overwhelmed. So, different things work for different people, so I'm sharing some things that worked for us. My third child, like I said, is doing this. So what has worked for us right off the bat is we were able to get a homeschool cart. And this has helped us because my older two kids, when they are doing online classes, they're older, so they do some Latin and writing. And we need to be able to do school in different nooks and crannies on the house. And so this has helped it easy for me and my youngest to kind of be mobile and go different places. One thing that's kind of neat about these carts is that they are magnetic, so you can get these magnets and clip them on. So we just finished J Week. So My Father's World will recommend that you display all of the cards that you do after you have used them, the alphabet cards that is. For us personally, we have found it easier to make a display of these cards, characteristics cards, on the wall. So I don't know if you can tell, but I have a nook over here. This is for our octopus weeks, just a couple of things that we've kept up. But we have a wall, rather than putting the alphabet cards, we've put those cards up instead. For the alphabet cards, I keep them in a pencil case, and when we do the alphabet song, I find it helpful to have my daughter actually feel and touch these each time. So we'll go through the whole alphabet, and then I will turn one of the cards in the back, like there's a couple extra cards here. I'll turn it backwards to hold the spot for the card that we're doing this week. For instance, this week is J. So I'll turn the card backwards and I'll point to the card and I'll say Jewel for this week, for instance. So that's one thing that has been helpful for us, just a little trick that's worked for us. For organizing our papers, I found it to be helpful to put all of the handouts per week in one page protector. So like this is all the papers for one week, this is all the papers for another week. And then I keep a marker. And when we're done with the week, I'll just put the folder back there and I'll grab this one out and I'll keep this paper on the top of my cart, and then I have all the papers for the week that I can use to grab. I did laminate this as a vowel blend page, which you start using, I forget what week it is, maybe 7. And this I think is helpful to laminate. This is one page that you use often and you use it with other manipulatives on top of it, so it is helpful to have it laminated. One thing I planned to laminate was the short vowel cards, but I didn't end up laminating them. I just cut them, and I'm using this binder clip to hold them together, and that has actually worked really well. So I use a binder clip, it has a different pictures on it, and I stick that in the week's page protector so that I just have all the materials for that week. I can grab it out when we use it, and it's easy to find. I have another page protector with the month that we're working on, and I let my daughter pick colors and shapes. We kind of set the pattern for the month, and then whatever crayons we're using for the pattern, I stick those crayons in the page protector, because then we don't have to go rifling around for them. They're all right there, and she can keep track of her pattern for that month. For the hundreds chart, which you start doing after the creation week, we found it helpful. I have one vase for the 10s, and I have a little mason jar that I kept for the 1s. And then on my cart, I have this binder. I think it's usually used for paper, but I just kept all the straws right here. So after she did her hundreds chart, she could pull one of her straws up here and put it in her 1s jar. And then once she got her 10, we go ahead and put it in our 10s jar. I think, oh, just another tip for us. This is what we did for the envelopes for the letters. So I found this set of colored envelopes at Walmart, and this also at Walmart. And it's just been helpful to have something bright colored. Same with the straws. I have a little girl, but even my little boy, I think they would appreciate just something bright instead of just the plain white. And she has fun picking out what color she's going to match up for each week. I think those are all of the tips that I have. But it has just been such a fun curriculum, and I hope you have fun with it.